was Ted Bundy. He was the most notorious on our list.
Ted Bundy was sentenced to death by the electric chair at the age of 43, and his acts were so horrific we can't even say it on our channel. Coming your way will be all of us trying inmates' last meals. And the reason why I say last meals is because it's all inmates that were on death row. I'm so excited for this. I'm obsessed with anything jail related. I know about all these serial killers. I don't know if you guys know about them.
I do.
You do?
Somebody killed 2 kids at the age of 12.
Okay, Rory. Well, why don't you just take over the narration? Let's go, Rory. Just kidding. One of these guys are my favorite serial killer. And I want you guys to comment which one you think it is, and then I will be pinning the correct answer once everybody's comments are in.
How do you have a favorite serial killer?
Yeah, how do you have a favorite? Like,
It's
that
just
doesn't
like
make
the
any
most-
shouldn't be
sense.
Not the
admitting this.
favorite, it's the most interesting.
Most interesting.
That like you
Yeah.
Let's
Because
say
I
that.
have the same thing.
So first up is Ricky Rector. And one night, Ricky decided he was gonna go and have himself a meal at a restaurant. This happened in the 80s. I'm not sure where he went to eat, but anyways, he was
hungry.
He was hungry and he went to eat. Next thing you know, he murdered a guy while he was there. Then the cops are chasing him down. Next thing you know, he decides to also shoot the cop. After going to a trial, it is found that Ricky Rector must be sentenced to death, where years later, he died of lethal injection. And this was his last meal. We have fried chicken, steak, pecan pie, and specifically
God.
cherry Kool-Aid.
Give me a bite.
Hey,
Give me a bite.
here, take this.
I'm gonna dig right into the
It's
steak,
crunchy
but
part.
I mean, I did cook this, so it's gonna be good.
Not this. I don't know. I just don't like
I'm
pecan.
joking, it's good.
I just don't like pecan pie, honestly.
So this would not be your choice of a last meal.
My last meal would be,
I actually want to know this. What would it be?
it would be chicken with no bone, mashed potatoes, corn. Yeah.
Dessert, drink?
I wouldn't be hungry.
No? Just
You
water?
wouldn't be hungry?
No.
You wouldn't have a last meal? Rory wouldn't be hungry.
So I don't know about you guys, but I imagine I don't think he ate much of this meal, even though it's really tasty. I don't think he probably ate much, because knowing, you know what's gonna happen
I definitely
next.
could not be able to eat a lot.
I don't know. I'd be
Honestly.
curious to see how much he ate. I could not find that information.
Okay. And
I wish I could make someone's last meal. Like, I would make it so good.
Next up was Steven Anderson, who was sentenced to death in prison and died at the age of 49 by lethal injection.
He was charged with burglary, assault, 7 counts of murder, and escaping prison.
Get back here! It's time to eat your last meal! Alright, get back here! It's time for your last meal, inmate! I'm taking you down! Justice will be swift! Go 5-9er, we got a 6-0 alpha coming up and oh! Somebody get me a donut. Keep your mouth quiet.
And this was Steven Anderson's last meal.
ooh, pie.
For his last meal, we have some peach pie. He wanted 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, corn and hominy, which I had in my pantry. Very weird, but it was in my pantry. Radish, cottage cheese, and chocolate chip cookie dough.
What is hominy?
It kind of tastes like a corn tortilla. I like it.
What kind of cheese is this?
It's Velveeta cheese.
Somebody,
Oh, that was
Plastic.
his request?
Plastic cheese. I'm assuming that's the kind of cheese they would use in jail.
So that's what you
I mean,
use?
you're not gonna get the nice, you got Ben and Jerry's ice cream, be thankful.
My last vegetable I would ever want to eat would never be radish.
Not a radish, that's
Rory,
very
you have
odd.
to take a bite for the,
okay.
Here, we'll do it together.
to get the full effect.
We'll all do it, we'll all do a bite.
I can't.
You can't?
Okay, Mom.
Okay, ready?
Alright, first, before we bite,
Rory has a fun fact.
this person wanted to get drunk before he went in an electric chair because he didn't want to know what was happening.
And did they let him?
Yes.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Really?
They gave him wine.
Was it this person?
No, a
No.
different person.
Oh, a
that she
different
saw.
Just a
person.
random person
Yeah.
she's talking about.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Mmm.
How'd you guys bite it? What the heck?
Okay, I
Lovely
gotta
radish.
say that was a very satisfying sound.
I would say this is not a bad last meal. I would eat this as a last meal.
It's a good arrangement. And
It
ice
is.
cream.
Definitely. Why
So
not?
it's good.
The next killer is Ted Bundy. He was the most notorious on our list.
Ted Bundy was sentenced to death by the electric chair at the age of 43, and his acts were so horrific we can't even say it on our channel. He also declined the last meal, so they gave him the standard. Here it is: steak, eggs, toast with jelly, and hash browns.
I got a new inmate. Enjoy your final meal.
The baby?
Yes, the baby. I'm honestly kind of jealous.
Now this, I feel like, is a good last meal. This
Yeah, and
is,
it's just the standard one.
it's the standard
He didn't
one.
even pick it out.
There's supposed to be juice, okay? Everybody pretend.
Wasn't there
juice.
milk and juice?
He
I
didn't
don't like
even
milk,
add
so
any ketchup to his hash browns.
Yeah, I
Rory's
know.
very disappointed that he did not ask for
He
ketchup.
is dry hash browns.
Yeah, you gotta put ketchup on
But
hash
you
browns.
Got to.
I think that the people that own the prison are smart for having this as the standard meal.
Ren can just
Yeah,
That's a good
You want a
standard.
little smell, Ren?
She can smell it.
Ren loves smelling
It
food.
smells so yummy.
I feel like if you're on death row and you decline a meal, they should just give you nothing then.
Right.
Yeah,
Just go hungry. If you're gonna be that bratty,
Yeah.
you are a murderer, and they're still gonna give you an amazing meal.
Yeah.
But
That's
he was
really
lucky enough to
crazy.
still receive this meal. I'm curious to see if he ate it or not.
I know, probably did. He's probably,
probably
hungry.
did.
Probably sucked it up.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to think about, though, that you're eating the same thing that a murderer ate.
Yeah.
I know. Next stop is the prison
Wait, so are we a murderer?
to actually eat the
No.
meals. But
We got Ren.
I think we're all just hungry at this point. Next up, we have Clydell Coleman. He was 62 years old when he was sentenced to death by lethal injection, and his crime was capital murder. And this was his last meal. Very interesting.
I don't like
Are those eggs?
You don't like this one? He wanted eggs, scones, toast, and french fries.
I'm not in the mood for this. This one is. I will taste one French fry.
Ew, she spit it out. They're just eggs.
Oh, the french fries taste so bad.
Well, I mean,
Why did you spit it out onto the floor?
Oh my god, it makes his nose.
I don't know. I kind of understand this last meal because it's kind of like a breakfast meal. You get a little pastry, you get a little egg.
I don't know. If I was, knowing I was gonna die in the next 24 hours, this would not be it.
Honestly, I would rather have like what is it called? The Ted Bundy one.
I would rather have.
One.
The standard.
Yeah.
I would rather have the standard meal.
I think the standard meal is my favorite too.
I'm
Now I know
surprised
what I'm
that
gonna get.
I'm surprised that nobody ordered pizza.
There were some people that ordered pizza, just not these people.
Yeah.
Pizza's basic. We can do better. We can do this. This is much better. Much more creative.
And don't they make jail pizza? So
And
it's like-
some people actually wanted to donate food to the homeless, wanted to donate their meal, and they got denied.
Oh,
Next up, we have James Edward Smith. He was sentenced to death row for murder, but his case got the most attention for what he asked for his last meal. And this was his last meal.
Ooh, boy, I'm hungry.
Dirt.
Dirt.
Go ahead, try it.
Did he like to eat dirt or something?
Did he actually eat the dirt?
Well, I mean,
They didn't give it to him, right?
no, they denied his request.
Oh.
So you don't have to eat the dirt.
Good.
Instead, he was offered yogurt, which he happily accepted. I mean, how do you go from dirt to yogurt? I have no idea, but it worked.
Did he get the M&Ms too?
That's what we had, so that's what you get. You're lucky.
Next up was Jeffrey Allen Barney, and he died from lethal injection at the age of 28. And his last words were, "Sorry for what I've done. Jesus, please forgive me."
And his last meal was Frosted Flakes. This was his last meal. I wonder, did they give him an unlimited amount? Was he, did he only get one bowl?
Probably gave him one bowl.
You think one bowl? That's so
He didn't ask
sad.
for sides or
Just that.
This was it.
I mean, we all know what Frosted Flakes taste like. It's not the best cereal, but it.
It is the best.
I mean, cereal could be a good last meal, but one bowl?
I know.
No. And only one kind?
Doesn't make sense.
He could have asked for different kinds of cereal. I wonder what he was thinking.
I think when you're on death row, you're just
Well, you're already crazy.
not really caring about food at that point.
Yeah.
You probably go nuts in prison thinking about
The fact you're gonna die
the fact
someday.
that you're gonna die and it's scheduled.
It's scheduled,
It's like
and it's in prison. Like, you don't get to say bye to your family. Like, you know, you don't get to spend the last day with them.
Yeah.
You just gotta go.
You gotta go.
Thank you so much for watching. A big thank you and a big thumbs up to our Papa Cop back there. Rent-a-cop, he's a rent-a-cop.
Donut, come at me.
If you want to see a part 2, you know what to do. Comment it. See you next time. Remember to
Eat your donuts.
Pickles, it's pickles. They're better for you.
Go.
Next up was Steve Anderson. He was 49 years old and was sentenced to Wait, is it Steve or Steven?
Steven.
Our next killer is Ted Bundy. He
Go.
Next up was Steven Anderson. He was sentenced to life in prison and died at the age of 49 by lethal injection.
He was sentenced for murder. Go.
next up is Ted Bundy.
Stuck in the middle.